Get ready to talk the talk with your hosts, Charles Gregory and Madim Touch, bringing you the latest news from Philadelphia and around the world. We're talking about everything from fashion to politics to music and technology. So if you can walk the walk, we're going to talk the talk.
I'd like to welcome everyone back to another episode of Talk the Talk, where if you can walk the walk, we will definitely talk the talk. And I am your host, Charles Gregory, with my beautiful co-host.
What up, y'all? Touching the house.
She's in the building, y'all. And today we have a fantastic show. I'm super excited. Super excited. Philly Fashion Expo with Mr. Ron and Julie Wilch is coming in the building. So I'm excited about that.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yes, fantastic. So let's jump into how was your weekend first?
My weekend was really good.
Cool.
You know, the weather's good. A lot of rain going on, but I really had new music.
Yeah.
Got all this new music that came out. So I'm bumping Jay and Kanye, J. Cole.
Hold on, who you said you was bumping?
Jay's new album, J. Cole's new album, Kanye's new album. So it's a good week. It's a good week. Yes, Yeezus.
Jesus.
Jesus and Ho is a religious. It's a
religious thing. Magna Carta. Right. Okay. So let's jump right into it because I know we only have a little bit of time because of the interview and a couple other things. So you want good news or bad news?
Give me good news first.
Good news first. Okay. Let's talk about Serena Williams.
Okay.
Serena Williams, milk does the body good.
Oh, I knew that was
coming. The body provides
coming.
workout inspiration on the cover of Essence magazine.
Popping.
Oh, man, she looks fantastic.
She looks great.
Wow, man. I mean, when you talk about Foxy Brown, this body is banging like a...
This is his moment with the guys.
Yeah, I mean, I just...
talk about
it.
But she is a beautiful woman. I'm glad she got the cover. She's doing her thing right now. She's doing her
doing her thing, so kudos to that.
Yes. So give me some bad news.
Bad news. Okay, so let's do a little bad news. It's it's a lot of bad news out there.
Is it?
Yeah. So what can we go into?
Miss Paula. Oh my God.
This is America's favorite grandmother.
Yo, that is my grandma. My head. I'm just so hurt right now.
Yes.
Yes.
And let me preference this because we can say when we're talking when we're trying to educate, we can say nigger, right? So this is just educating, right? This is the word we're talking about.
This
is the word that we're talking about. Miss Paula Deen has a problem with using it pretty often.
Oh my God. And it's crazy because she looked like she say nigga in her sleep.
No, not nigga. Nigger.
Yeah. And I can't believe she actually said it though.
Yeah, she said it, and I loved her.
Tell the viewers what she was talking about though.
Well, she was talking about her brother, and
having a
wedding, and what the wedding should consist of. So she would like an old Southern style wedding. So if anyone knows the old Southern style weddings, you had people of our complexion serving.
Not of my complexion.
Serving.
No,
you was just able to stay in the house.
I was in the house.
You was in the house.
Yeah, we were in the
field.
But either way, she wanted us to be serving them at the wedding, and she called us the N-word, and it was just completely disrespectful.
No, she didn't call us the N-word. She called us niggers.
She called us niggers.
Yes, we're educating, so we can use the word when we're educating.
She wanted us to serve everybody as we should at a wedding. Yes. I'm heartbroken. I loved past tense. Loved Paula Deen to the bottom of my soul, and now we can't.
Well, she did say that she was sorry.
She's sorry.
But is she truly sorry,
no,
or is she sorry that she got
part
caught?
of her whole vocabulary. That's part of her whole vocabulary.
Wow.
And we just gonna have to leave on that note because I can't even believe. I'm still trying to get over that.
Right.
I don't know what I'm gonna watch to learn how to cook fat foods to get fat off of.
Right.
Like, who's gonna teach me how to cook fat?
Type 2 diabetes.
Anyway.
That's what she was serving. That's
well,
what she had serving you guys butter, fat.
Look, wait. Can I just say that? Wait, I'm sorry. I know my producer's about to cuss me out. First of all, she want to call us that. She's not that different. She says y'all and ain't.
Yep.
Check. She got type 2 diabetes. Eat lard and butter for sugar and for a living.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
She's rich and has long Southern money.
She's rich.
Off our backs.
She needs to check herself before she wreck herself.
All right.
All right, so that's the end. We're going to come back on a good note because we got Miss Julie and Mr. Ron, and they coming through, and they're going to tell us all about the Philadelphia Fashion Expo. So it's Talk to Talk, y'all. I'm Madim Touch, Charles Gregory over there. We'll be right back, y'all.
Crazy. Obama was perfect for America. He was. He is. Not was. He is. He's perfect. He has those big white man ears. He looks like Malcolm X. He talks like Martin Luther King. Oprah loves him.
And all of this mess, how can the person that they said did it, how come he was never checked? How come he was never arrested? There's more to this than what we tell. And those of you that want to be afraid, then don't wear no hood. I ain't never wore a hood until today.
Hi, I'm Julie Wilch with Philly Fashion Expo, and you're watching Talk the Talk.
And I'm Ron Welch, hanging out with Sir Charles and Madim Touch on Philly Cam. Talk the Talk. We'll see you at Philly Fashion Expo. Oh, by the way, these going to be our hosts at the Expo, by the way. Holla!
That's what. Welcome back to Talk the Talk. I am your host again, Charles Gregory, with my beautiful co-host.
What up, y'all? It's Touch in the house.
Touch is in the building, and someone else is in the building. And these are two people with whom I have a tremendous amount of respect for. Now, you know this is one of my favorite parts of the show,
Your favorite part.
And we're talking fashion.
Yes.
We're talking fashion, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to introduce, again, two people with whom I have a tremendous amount of respect for. When you talk about Philadelphia in the fashion industry, you cannot say this person's name without including fashion, right? Mr. Ron and Judy Welch, how are you?
We're good. Thank you.
Fantastic. And I'm super excited that you guys are here on the show.
We're happy to be here.
Yes.
Thanks for asking.
I love your style.
Thank you.
It's very fashionable. Look at the glasses you got. Look at the bow tie. Wow.
Well, you know
do
what?
Oh my
bow tie.
God, he did a bow tie.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
hand done or that's clip on?
Well, actually, I use them all. You
There's
know.
a technique for that. So we're happy to be here.
Yes, and I'm glad that you guys are here, and I understand that you guys are producing a phenomenal show that I believe is just something that Philadelphia needed. When you talk about fashion shows, I mean, Philadelphia does a lot of different fashion shows, but this right here is like the trade show, the fashion. This is fashion of all fashion in Philadelphia. I'm talking about fashion shows, lectures, beauty, music, performances. Anything that you could think of that surrounds fashion or involves fashion, you guys are producing it and putting it together. So why don't you just dive right into it and talk a little bit about this whole Fashion Expo thing here? Yeah.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for bringing us on the show. For the Fashion Expo, and we want to thank the mayor and the city rep's office, and the Commerce Department, and also Councilman Curtis Jones.
Yes.
Half of the city council is behind. This is a great look for the city.
Yes, it is.
It's all about business. It's all about jobs. It's all about opening 3 stores back on Chestnut Street and Walnut Street. When I drive around the city, I see vacant storefronts. There used to be vibrant businesses, and I think about people used to work in those stores, and they're out of work now. So the Expo is all about the trade and jumpstarting the businesses and helping young people to learn about this fashion industry, which is really a dangerous industry if you don't know what you're doing. Because you can lose your underwear, you can lose your shirt,
everything.
you can lose your eyeglasses, you can lose your shoes,
yes.
all the money you put into it.
Yes.
And I know a lot of young people in high school and colleges are looking to go into the fashion trade, but they have to learn the basics. Absolutely. You got to learn how to do the design, the packaging, finding the right manufacturer, how to present your product to the business, to the boutiques, to the buyers. So the trade show, Fashion Expo, is a trade show. We have opened up to the public so the public can come and see and experience the quality of designers that Philadelphia has in its midst. And also we're going to invite national designers too. So it's not just local, it's going to be national. And local designers. We also invited textile mills, machine companies, thread and button companies from different parts of the country to come to Philadelphia. You know, Philadelphia used to be #1 in the textile manufacturing.
Really?
Back in the 20s.
Is that where Fashion Row comes?
Yeah. I mean, you know, Philadelphia used to employ 70,000 people in the textile apparel industry back in the 30s and the 40s. But when NAFTA came, the free trade thing came in. A lot of jobs went overseas for, they blame it on the union. I blame it on greed. So, bottom line is this Fashion Expo is going to be crazy. High fashion.
Fashion Expo.
It's exciting. So, like, let's just say I'm a designer.
Right.
I have my own line, and everything you talked about, I'm watching the show. I'm like, oh my God, I need to get involved. How do I even prepare to come to an event with so many resources?
You come with a pen and paper.
Okay, to start, right? A lot of people forget that pen and paper. Get that pen and paper.
Pen and paper.
A ticket, #1. Get your ticket to come.
All right.
Pen and paper. Get some cards made up to talk about your line, talk about your brand. You need to know who your market is. You need to know what kind of product you're looking to manufacture. So when you talk with manufacturers, you talk with boutiques, you talk with other designers, you at least know your market and who you trying to market to and your product. And we need to know, if you're a designer or you're someone who just want to have your name on a product. Some people can call themselves designers by sketching out a design and getting it made. But then you have T-shirt designers who get a T-shirt made by Hanes or somebody, and they just put a little sketch on it. And so we got to be real.
That's not a designer. That's a graphic artist.
That's a graphic artist.
Okay.
So we try to. We want to educate people. We want to talk about good health too at the Expo, because if your health is bad, you're out of style.
Wow.
And you mentioned something that was really profound. You and I, actually all three of us had the opportunity to meet prior to this. And thanks for the dinner, by the way.
Oh, no
Appreciate you guys. Yeah, but you actually told a great story with reference to being knowledgeable and understanding the industry that you're trying to get into. And if you don't know, some people will expose you. So would you mind just kind of, just touching on that? You don't have to go into the long story about going overseas and, people not really having the information that's needed, but can you just touch on that so they can understand that dynamic?
Well, first of all, to be a designer, you need to know garment construction.
Right, absolutely.
I mean, you can sketch out something and just don't make sense. It just can't, it won't work. It won't be, you can't sew it. So people get crazy with their sketches. You need to have understanding of construction, fabric. Certain fabric stretches, some fabrics don't stretch, so you need to know that.
And the ladies, we gotta have a certain kind of fabric. You can't put any old thing on me. It's gotta be cozy and comfy.
Nowadays we into the green, you gotta be,
eco fashion,
fashion, or recyclable fashion. But you need to know the basics, because you talk with manufacturers, they're gonna ask you some questions. What size is your pocket? We want metal zipper, plastic zipper. You need to know these questions. And as a designer, you need to have that all in a tech pack. The tech pack is a detailed, page by page, of your garment. What size pocket, what kind of stitch, how many stitches per square inch.
It's like a blueprint.
It's a blueprint. It's a blueprint to communicate with the manufacturer, so you don't have to go back and forth, or you don't have to travel overseas to meet these companies, 3 and 4 times before your product comes to to your store.
Yeah. And I thought that was really important, at least for you to touch on it, because, you know, with the show Talk the Talk, we like to educate also. You know, it's not just about fashion, but, you know, you need to understand what fashion is,
right,
and exactly the dynamics of fashion, as opposed to just saying, I wear clothes, I'm fashion.
Right.
You know, so it's a huge dynamic that go into that. But I would like to just transition to the beautiful
Gorge
Wilch, and you know our co-host Madim Touch.
Yes.
She has a million questions. She was like,
super excited, right?
You know, I know. But
so everybody
Fashion
knows.
Expo, y'all, Fashion Expo.
Yes.
Okay.
And where's the website that everyone can go to before
PhillyFashionExpo.com.
Okay.
And by the way, she is the producer
Yes.
of the show.
Yes.
All
She
right,
is.
boss lady.
Yes.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
I have the best fashion show producer
Yes.
in the tri-state.
Yes.
So he
Awesome.
said. So he said.
So, you know, we knew we were having these wonderful guests coming, and then someone just dropped the line on me, and I was like, really?
Yeah.
So I hear that Eve is your daughter, Philadelphia's own Eve. Is that true?
That is true.
That is so awesome. So I
Philadelphia, stand
love
up.
Eve,
Yeah.
one of
Thank
my
you.
favorite female rappers.
Thank you.
You know, when she came in the game, it really changed a lot of things. I mean, when she made Love is Blind, you know, it really put back the motivational or what's the word I'm looking for, intellectual aspect of rapping, and she wasn't just talking about her body. She really flipped the script on people.
Yes.
And she got a lot of bad rep for, you know, from her past to, you know, her rapping, and she's just phenomenal woman of business.
And fashionable, yes.
Now we know where it comes from, right?
Absolutely.
So it makes perfect sense. Yeah. So, what was it hard being a mom and your daughter's a rapper? Like, how did that feel? Like, when she came and said, "Mom, I'm a rap. I'm gonna do this rap thing."
Yeah, well, I mean, I really thought it was a fad for a number of years. And it started out in grade school. Then it went on into high school. It went on into the high school lunchroom instead of in the classroom. So, you know, I just decided, even when she came to me and said, "Mom, I want to go to school," you know, she was doing it because she thought that's what I wanted her to do. And so I just told her, I said, you know, you don't want to go to school. I said, just try this path, see if it works. If it doesn't, at least you've done it. And you don't look back years later and say, oh, I regret, you know, why didn't I do that? Or why didn't my mom let me do that? So,
That is so amazing. And that is, I think it's important that your parents do support your dreams in that respect.
Absolutely.
You could have said, no, you're going to college, you can fall back on rap.
Right.
Would we know Eve? Would Eve be Eve today if her mom didn't give her that advice? Yeah. Like, that's so inspirational. And my mom supports me as well, you know, doing entertainment. I think it's really important that parents continue to do that.
It is. I feel the same,
Eve just dropped the album, right?
May 14th.
May 14th.
Lip Lock. Go out and get
that
album.
Support your homegirl.
Yes.
Okay.
Philly's own.
Philly, we talk Philly. Talk the Talk supports our own Eve. We in the building. Yes, we support that. Yes.
Maybe when she's in town, she can stop by the show one day.
Okay, we'll see if we can get that done.
Make that happen. Mom Dukes is in the building, right?
Now,
we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do.
All right. Well, you are super duper cute couple, okay?
Yes.
Super duper cute. Handsome, beautiful.
Thank you.
Got businesses going on.
You
know, unfortunately, we're going to have to go to a quick break, but can you stick around for our love and relationship section? Because we would love to hear your advice.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Great.
We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. It's Talk the Talk, y'all.
Absolutely.
Tell me what you're feeling, girl. Don't you say one word. Your eyes sometimes reveals it, yeah. what your body wants. I've looked up and down, round and round. So glad I found my queen, my dream, my everything. It's the way that you walk, all the days that you cloud in my heart. I never find another like you. The sun rays that you struck, pull us away from the very start. Yeah. I never find another like you. We make love, I feel the skies open up, and you take me to a place just to tease me with a taste, yeah. And then you grip me tighter and make it that much better. You make me scream your name, girl. I've looked up, round and round and round. So glad I found my queen, my dream, my everything.
Welcome back, guys. It is Talk the Talk, shooting from Philly Cam. I'm your girl, Madim Touch. I got my man Charles Gregory over there holding me down.
Holla at us, man. Holla at us.
For some reason he thinks he's Jay-Z's friend. So, we have our wonderful guests, Mr. Ron and Julia Welch.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah.
They decided to hang out with us for my favorite portion of the show, and that's love and relationships.
Boring.
I don't even know why I let him say that in my segment, but whatever. And so I'm gonna jump right in.
Yes.
You know, Philadelphia Fashion Expo.
Yes.
Okay, going on. You all are working on this project together. The city's behind this event.
Yes.
You guys are kicking off the official event.
Yes.
Okay, for the whole Philly, for the whole week of fashion.
Right.
Yes.
But Miss Julia, she's the producer. You're working on the business aspect and getting everybody. You're working together as a team, as a married couple.
Yes.
22 years.
22 years.
21 years.
Look.
Actually,
At least-
you gotta be safe. It's rather have more than
We
less.
ain't gonna get it out. I ain't gonna touch
You'd
that.
rather have more years than
See
less.
what happens? See what happens?
If I would have said 15, she was like,
I ain't gonna ask the date. Look.
He was going fiscal.
Right.
Fiscal year.
Fiscal year.
I
There
love
we
you,
go.
man. I love you. Got the brothers back.
Absolutely, all day.
How do you even work together? What is the key? If there's a married couple watching us right now, and they're thinking about getting the business together, and everybody's saying, don't do it. Husband and wife, there's no less appetite for destruction. Is it?
It could be.
Okay. Let's keep it real.
Quite honestly, that's right. Let's keep it real.
Yeah,
That's right.
Keep it a bean.
So it could be, but you have to understand each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
I know what Ron is strong at, and I don't try to be what Ron's strengths are because I don't have that. Hopefully he understands what my strengths are, and he doesn't try to do, what I do.
He knows them after 22 years.
Yeah, he knows. He better.
Better know them. Right?
Exactly. So, it can be stressful. That there's just no getting around it because when you're working on a project, you're working many long hours on that project.
Right.
You're living with one another, and the stress of whatever may be going on in just your basic living life. So it can be challenging.
Okay. So what are some of the things that help overcome the challenges, other than just knowing the strengths? Are there special things that you do as a married couple to say, all right, we have to make sure we do this just to keep our sanity, keep our personal relationship going?
Just stay out of each other's way. I give her space.
Okay.
She goes her space part of the house, go to mom's.
Okay.
And she's good at what she do. She's an organizer. I'm all over the place. She know how to keep the money right, and I'm making it rain.
So
Making it rain.
He's making it rain.
Here we go. That vast imagination.
Together, ain't it?
That's funny.
So, keep this everybody gets their me time.
Right.
Okay. What about the closeness?
The closeness.
Is it date night that you
Yeah.
have to set?
Yeah.
Okay.
We try to pick out dates instead of going out every weekend. You know, sometimes absence makes the heart grow fonder. So it's the same thing going out. If you go out every now and then, it's like, wow,
it's something more special.
It's special. Wow, sweetheart. You know.
And then, so how do you moving from relationship part business? What advice would you give anyone who they are going to decide that they're going to work together and start this business together? How do they make sure that they don't let the business stuff interfere with the home?
Well,
that's a lot of effort. You've got to be mindful of that all the time.
Okay.
Whatever's happening in business should not really be affecting your home life. And it is difficult to do because we're all human.
Right.
And when you're under the stress of getting a project off the ground, and dealing with other personalities, it can be a lot.
Okay. So it takes work.
Absolutely.
It's hard work, but it can be
definitely
done.
work. Absolutely it can.
just know how to turn off the computer,
Right.
And watch a movie together.
Right.
You know what I mean? Put that business aside, sweetheart, put on a movie.
Right.
That kind of thing.
Before we let you go, because we already getting the time, like, you got to wrap it up.
Okay.
Right? We had someone on the show, relationship doctor, and we talked about soulmates and so roles, so to speak, right? So I think we kind of all agree that everyone has roles to play within the dynamic. Some people feel that that's controversial. No, what you mean? Who got roles? This is not my role.
Right.
But we kind of understand everybody got roles to play in addition to soulmates. So I like your take on: do you believe in soulmates, and do you believe in people have roles? Men and women.
I believe men and women have roles.
Right.
I absolutely do. And I think that really even young women coming up now, I have a lot of younger friends, females, and they're looking for those traditional things that men, the expectation is for a male to do. Right. Even though this is the 21st century, well past women's lib, they're still looking for those traditional roles of a man to play, Is he, paying for dinner? Is he covering the bills? Is he mowing the lawn? Exactly, things like that. And then vice versa. Men are expecting women to be, fill a certain role, So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's why there's two separate people, I guess,
I see.
Now,
soulmates, right?
First, got to have a soul.
I know that's
that was the advice the doctor gave us.
Okay. First, got to have a soul.
Yeah.
Right.
Some people got a low-level soul, and some people got a high-level soul. And sometimes a low-level soul just love the one who has a high-level soul. That's the soulmate. But if you got two people high-strung, it's like too much energy. I think soulmate is like the person got to be a balance. It's got to be a balance. Because, I think me and my wife, when we met, you hear me now. Our spirit is up, and she's low key. Yeah. She's even keel. And I go up. I want to, that's the balance.
Right.
And it gotta, that person, the other side, must feel your soul. It respect your soul, and you respect her soul. So,
fantastic.
And it goes both ways. But
Yeah.
Well, Talk the Talk wish you 22 plus more years together. Healthy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by the show.
Thank you.
We will definitely be there for the event.
Great.
Yeah.
We will definitely make sure that everyone else in Philadelphia comes here.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
We're just going to go ahead and take it out, guys. Awesome show. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And always remember, you can always get involved with the show at wetalkphilly.com. You can go to our website. All of our information lives there. If you want to follow us on Twitter, We Talk Philly on Twitter and Instagram, okay? And we also have our YouTube page, so you can also view the show there. If you want to get involved, maybe give us some music, you want to see your music on the show, or maybe you want to give Charles a funky bow tie, you can do that. Just email us at wetalkphilly@gmail.com.
Absolutely. Sponsor a show if you like.
Sponsor the show. Support us, support Philly. And, with that said, man, I have nothing left to say. We'll see you guys next week, man. Yeah. Mondays at 9:30 on Philly Cam, Comcast 66, or Verizon 29. And until next week, y'all, keep talking the talk.
Talk the talk. Holla.